Now, all the way back in 2016, I think it was, we got a look at a weapon that was kind of totally different to anything we had in Warframe at that time. A weapon that was the Sentient Arm Cannon that looked like it had been ripped from a lifeless sentient and then just duct taped onto a Warframe shoulder. Welcome on in, you beautiful feckers. How you all doing? This is that weapon. This is the Shedu in action, a weapon, I kind of feel like doing Shabalagoo from South Park there, but this is the Shedu, a weapon that was dropped into the game with the new prologue quest as a reward at the end of it. To get your hands on this, you need to run that era quest, and to do the quest, you need to bring your Paracesis sword, by the way, no spoilers here, onto the sentient ship that spawns into the Vale area of Railjack, and use your Paracesis to break the red crystal at the end of that mission. That's how you get the blueprint. Then you need to farm the same sentient ship in order to kill these new symbolist sentients and hope that one of the 4 parts, the barrel, chassis, handle and receiver for the Shedu, drop. So it's a weapon that is locked behind Railjack and one that can only be farmed every couple of hours on that sentient ship, so it's not an easy acquisition, and I'm sure it's something that will build a little bit of salt within the community. But it is definitely a weapon you should aim to get your hands on right now because it is very unique. But I guess the question some of you will be asking is it worth the 3-year wait? 3-year wait? And is it worth the long grind in order to get your hands on it? It's not power creep, that's for sure, but it's still bloody powerful nonetheless, and I'm honestly not sure what I was expecting. The words arm cannon had me thinking of something that dealt insane amounts of damage. It is just a sentient primary weapon, which I'm sure we will see plenty of with the new war. The passive for this weapon is that it has a rechargeable magazine, and when you use up all of the rounds in that magazine, it will let off a knockback kind of explosion or pulse wave that will stagger enemies, but it will also strip sentients of their damage resistance that they have built up to your weapons. So it's designed specifically for sentient combat or for killing sentients, which again we are bound to see plenty of soon with the new war. Now, the Shedu deals heat damage as its base damage type, which is great for accelerating armor stripping, but each round also explodes on impact, letting off electric damage in a radius. So heat on initial damage and an electric area of effect on the same weapon. Each element, of course, is the last in order when you mod the Shedu. So if you mod for corrosive, then it will deal corrosive and heat, or just a corrosive explosion, since electric is part of that corrosive combo. Same goes for heat. If you mod for radiation, then the base damage will become radiation because heat is part of that radiation combo. Now, it fires plasma rounds, like I said, that let off an explosion, so it's basically a sentient version of the Catch Moon, much fucking bigger version without all of that bonkers damage. It's a mastery rank 13 weapon, 25% crit chance, 23% status chance, mod for crit or for status or a bit of both, entirely up to you, I'm not your mother. It has no ammo reserve. Why did I say mother? I should have said father. And recharges when its magazine is empty. The resetting on sentient resistances is nice, or you could just smack them with your Tenno or use Umbra's Scream. The magazine has a 1-second charge up time, so almost instant, and you get those 7 rounds back. Now, 3 years of a wait for a weapon that is probably just the first in a long line of sentient weapons that we're about to get. It is worth noting that Vigilante mods will improve this weapon a lot. Use them as a stat stick on your Sentinel in order to increase your crit values to see way more orange crits and a lot more damage dealt as well. Now, this is how I modded mine. 3 forma, crit mods and dual stat mods. You could go for bladed rounds or heavy caliber or whatever you preferred. This is my cannon. Get your own. Let me know what you think of the Shedu after seeing it in action. Is it your kind of weapon or not? Do me a huge favour and hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, or don't if you didn't. Again, you've heard me say this a million times. Thanks very much for watching.